leave my past behind, write a new chapter in my life. Leave my past behind, write a new chapter in my life.
Do you know I love you and I miss you, but I just gotta keep moving on. Do you know I love you and I miss you, but I just gotta keep moving on.
I got everything going for me in Alice Springs. Good people around me. Oh,
My name is Graham Wolford, originally from Darwin, but I live in Alice Springs. My involvement with Dan, the underdog, was I got in contact with a lady named Janine, came to his studio, and as soon as I saw the controller behind me, I was like, oh, cool. I just wanted to get into DJing, and Dan, the underdog, has been teaching me ever since. And yeah, it's been a roller coaster, and I'm learning so much. I always learn from the best of the best. It helps you with your health, your mental health. It brings happiness. Someone who's been through a lot, back in the 90s, I used to suffer a lot from foster care. All that damage has damaged me whole, and music therapy has always been there, and me being taught by my mentor has been a huge difference in my life as well. I guess it's about life and soul. Like it's love. It brings happiness. It's like poetry in life. You go from going through the cracks in the ground to becoming you, basically, and you learn a lot. And through music, it's a story, it's a part of life, and it's something that's based on reality. So my vision, to be honest, is to carry the torch in becoming an actor, and to also become a DJ, and get out there and help Indigenous Australians from all over the country to, send out a big message saying, you don't have to think about the past or anything. It's time to let go, basically. In order to make a difference, you just gotta change your mind. You won't be able to move anywhere or do anything if you don't change your mind, because you'll be stuck in this one place. And that place can be like a dark room, and in order for that person to come out into the light, they gotta force themselves, and that's what I did. Life is full of surprises, and you don't know what you're gonna get. As Forrest Gump said, My mom, when she had me, she had me in Catherine Hospital, and I was born with spina bifida, and because of the Yolngu Aboriginal law, very strict, back in the old days, if a full-blooded mother had a baby that was born with lots of birth defects, they were to put it down and leave it and walk away, or go with the other kids that were born normal, without a disability. My mom didn't want to do that, so she gave me up, and she took me to Darwin Hospital. She left me there. And because of that, what she did was wrong. She went back, and my father done her in. And yeah, I just never forgave my dad, And then I was growing up in foster care until I was about 10 or 11. I moved on to other different foster parents. And that's when my damage or my nightmare happened. I was treated like a slave, had to beg 3 meals a day, had to be taught this and that, and sometimes I wouldn't be able to go to bed with dinner. So there was racial involved. child abuse as well, And my disability got the worst because, well, I didn't know what I had. And so I ended up nearly being taken from the world because in our law, if something never happens and go right, there will always be that one thing that will come and look for you. And that's what it was doing with me. Until I was in my 20s, it stopped. But to this day, I stay away from my people because I brought shame upon them, I embarrassed them, I weren't allowed to enter any of my corroboree or ceremonials. I wasn't even allowed to even being close to them in ceremonial stuff. And yeah, so that hurt me and it still does, but that's just something I have to live with. And that's why I live by myself, and I gotta do what I do best, and that's just to keep learning from people like you guys who is giving me opportunities to express myself through music and through everything that I want to do in my life before I sleep, But yeah, that's basically it. My disability would never get the best of me, but it's me. This is who I am. This is what you will get, And the way I learned through keeping myself from suicidal thoughts is to keep reading quotes, inspiration, poems, learning from the best of the best. One day, maybe a kid would come up to me and go, "Hey, I know you, I see you, and you're my inspiration, so thank you." And then it puts a huge smile on the kid's face. And that's what it's all about. Life is endless, until you pass on, but then even when you pass on, your music lives on. And spoken from a true artist, I guess.
That go through day after day, I'm chasing all my demons away, and God reaches out to me. All the way hand of the Bible, and a knife together, just in case someone wants to mess with the brother.